I feel like it's been a long season, 11 games. 2 weeks in London, obviously, and travel and whatnot. The guys need a break. I'm sure if you ask them, they probably feel tired, right? They feel drained a little bit, and they need to refresh and get ready to go.
Wins. Go earn some wins. Let's go earn some wins. We got 4 division games left. We gotta go win. Simple.
1010XL 92.5 FM presents Jaguars Today with your hosts Mike Dempsey, Tony Smith, Mike DeRocco, and Dylan Denmark.
Oh, Dylan Denmark putting in work on that open, Tony. He had this one ready in the can since yesterday, ready to go. He didn't want to show up on Friday and feel tired.
Sure.
Right? You don't want to show up to your daily grind. All the people out there in Jacksonville, I'm sure, can relate as they make their 5-figure salaries, as they get up before dawn and work their 40 to however many hours a week, and don't have guaranteed contracts, don't have any of that kind of stuff. But I'm sure they can commiserate with the tired Jaguars.
Yeah, we're all tired
right now. Everyone's, pardon me if I yawn. The next 2 hours, it's been difficult getting up this morning. D-Rock's here, though. Hello, Michael DeRocco of ESPN fame. How are you?
Hola. I'm doing well.
Have you gotten some good sleep? Are you well rested?
I actually am well rested this week.
You
yes.
should be, right? Because, you
I wasn't well rested on Monday or Tuesday.
Do you get some days off now or what? What's your story?
Provided nothing goes down. But I'm going to
So we're hoping D-Rock has to work.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody is. So tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday. Rest of today after the show. I'll take off, relax.
What are you doing Sunday? You just going to sit home and watch football? You going to spend time with the wife? Or
yeah, I don't know that we're going to go or I'm going to watch football on Sunday.
You can watch football with your wife, too,
Sure. She believe it or not, she watches every Jags game.
Good for her.
And I asked her last week, I'm like,
This is D-Rock.
Yeah, I was like, did you watch? And we had she had a luncheon that she had to go to. Like, you have a friend's luncheon once a month. So she said, I went to the luncheon, and then which starts at 1 o'clock. And she's like, and then when we were done, I got in the car and turned it on and heard the score and thought, this is a bad day for Mike.
My wife has learned, I just, by the time I'm home and I've watched it, and then talked about it 3 hours leading up to it, talked about it for another 2 after it.
Right. You don't want to say a word.
I'm good.
Don't want to say a word.
She would be like, oh, I'm sorry. It's not like, yeah. I want them to win, but it's not me. I didn't lose. Don't feel sorry for me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I have that discussion with friends all the time. It's like, if y'all want to talk Jaguars football, I'll talk it with you. I don't need to.
No.
Right? Like once I get outside of work and I've done what I do, it's like, I don't mind talking about it if you want to talk about it, but I don't need to. You're not doing a favor to me.
Here comes Tony. What can we ask him about the Jags?
Right. It's okay. I'm good.
Hey, Pockets, man. So I didn't mean to cut you off. Excellent work on that open.
Thank you. Straight fires, I'll say.
I thought about you this morning.
Really?
Yeah, well, I did as I was, I take I-95 to South Side to get here, and a beverage truck, I guess, so we wouldn't call it a beer truck, pulled in, and it was a White Claw.
Ooh.
So there you go.
Tall boys?
I don't know. It was a whole truck full of White Claw. So
Had been a couple tall boys in there.
I'm sure they had everything that you normally want. Like, are there different varieties?
White Claw? Different flavors,
right?
Yeah, there are a couple different flavors.
What's your go-to?
I like there's the blackberry. I don't like that.
You don't
I
like
think there's
that.
the pineapple.
Okay. Do you know what one you do like?
I have to see it in front of me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He looks like a mango guy.
I just go with the flow, man. Somebody hand me a drink. I just, hey, cool, thanks, man.
I get it.
Yeah, I drink it.
It could be that we've played up the White Claw thing a little bit. With
Maybe
Pockets.
that might be the key,
It could be that as well. All right, everybody. Mike DeRocco, before we get into today's question of the day, tell the folks why they shouldn't be surprised at status quo. Like I asked you, were you surprised? You said not one bit.
Not at all.
That nothing has changed this
No
week.
one should be surprised.
Okay.
Nobody. No, there should not be a surprise that where they go, make a move, don't make a move. No. What have you watched the last 13 years?
Do you feel like the Ian Rappaport vaguest report in the history of reporting set the fan base up for certain expectations?
That's fair. to say.
Right? Because people saw that, and I saw it all over social media. Like, man, every touchdown by the Lions is a blessing, right? Like this is what it's going to take, and if this is what happens, and we go through this embarrassment, but we get what we want, it will have been worth it. Well, you went through it. You had the worst loss in franchise history, and you got nothing different.
You could have written that story, and I'm not calling Ian out at all. He's a very, very good reporter, fantastic at what he does, for sure. But the reality is you could have written that story after week 6, every week after week 6.
I mean, it's just so vague.
Just like that there could be changes if they lose.
Right, there could be changes,
Right.
possibly changes.
Dude, I thought there might be changes after they went 0-4, which is why I asked Doug at the press conference, you concerned about your job status?
Right.
Look, greatest team ever assembled. Like, Shad Khan, everybody throws that out. Well, when you say that and then you get what you get on the field, then the expectation is there's going to be changes.
Most talented roster the Jaguars ever had, right? That's what he was saying, basically.
Best team ever assembled, players and coaches.
Was that the quote, though?
Yeah.
I think, was it? Because I thought it was most talented roster. Whatever. I mean, it means the same thing, basically, right? See if you can dig that one up for us right there. But so now that it hasn't happened this week, do you just assume nothing's changing between now and the end of the season?
No.
You don't assume that?
I don't assume that.
Okay.
I just assume.
You're open for business.
Well, look, again, I don't get surprised by anything. I don't. Everybody in town thought that they were going to fire Trent Baalke after 2021, and he was around, and he's still here. So nothing surprises me with this franchise. This franchise had a guy steal $22 million over 5 years. Nothing surprises me. Nothing at all about this franchise. It should, and I'm not saying that like in a bad way. It's just matter of fact. There's nothing that happens with this franchise based on my experience here from 2013 and on that's going to surprise me at all. It would surprise me if there are no changes at all. And and Trent Baalke and Doug Peterson are back next year. It wouldn't surprise me.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mike DeRocco.
All right, here's the quote. Make no mistake, this is the best team assembled by the Jacksonville Jaguars ever. Best players, best coaches, but most importantly, let's prove it by winning now.
Okay.
So that's why when it was 0-4, I thought, might want to check into that a little bit, see what, ask Doug about it. Strange question, but okay, was the response. And then Brent Hartnell went in on the play calling, and it was pretty funny.
Well, look, I mean, I think it's a reasonable question to ask. Just be on the record.
Absolutely.
You didn't tell him this, right? Come on. Right?
Look.
I don't think it's unreasonable.
No, you got to ask those questions, unfortunately, at times.
Yes.
Like, I don't want to see anybody get fired. I don't ever want to see anybody lose their job. But
I don't feel ever bad for these guys because they have guaranteed contracts.
And
they're not going to the poorhouse.
Coaches can always find another job unless you don't want to work anymore.
Right.
There is, if
you don't want to work, sit back and collect your fat paychecks for another year and a half.
Exactly. It may not be on the same level. It may not be in the same area of the country, and it certainly may not be for the same money. But like even the assistant coaches on the team, when if they're fired, they'll find spots somewhere else. They generally, it's one of the most, in terms of, it's not one of the most secure job fields. Because you're going to get fired. Every coach is going to get fired eventually. Very rarely do you leave on your own terms. But you're always going to be able to find work somewhere.
When you said somebody stole $22 million, I had to look up what Hugh Douglas signed for.
But that's not what I was referring to.
I know you weren't.
But, okay.
I know you weren't because a lot of people have stolen money from this franchise with their lackluster play. 2003, okay? He signed here in Jacksonville. What was Hugh Douglas's contract?
2003?
2003. What did he sign for?
Give me the years. Do you know the years?
5-year deal. A 5-year deal.
5-year deal, I would say
$38 million.
Pockets coming in at 38.
55.
55. Tony Smith, what do you got?
25.
$27 million. 55, man. What world you living in, buddy? 20 years ago, that would have been crazy. That was probably
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't even quarterback money. That was probably beyond quarterback money. But either way, regardless, gone after one season. I'm just looking back at this. How he felt about his time in Jacksonville. This is Douglas was critical of his time in Jacksonville.
No. There we go.
Saying that Coach Jack Del Rio was not trustworthy and that the Jacksonville media was, quote, just killing me. Yeah, guess why? You're a fat, lazy slob.
Hey.
He was a fat, lazy slob. Come on, he admitted as much afterwards.
I was covering Florida then. I don't remember.
I know.
much of that.
You're lucky. You're lucky. Hugh Douglas, you were a fat, lazy slob.
That's terrible.
All right. Then if you have any issue with that, talk to my man T.O., okay? Because he's got my back on this whole situation right here. So, all right. You don't remember the T.O. Hugh Douglas fight?
No.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
I don't. I got bad memory.
Oh, my gosh. All right. I do, too, at times, but I do remember what Helmets and Heels did yesterday. I thought I was getting ahead of the curve. Like, I get in the car, and I'm listening to them, and they were asking, who are basically your core 5 offensive players to build around if you're going to keep 5 from the offensive side. So I thought, you know what I'll do tomorrow? I'll do the defensive side before they come on. I didn't realize that they did it in consecutive segments. They did offense, defense. They did it all yesterday. So we, look, never let a good idea go unstolen.
Correct.
Right? And, every reporter will tell you that.
Wait.
Hold on. Hold on.
Whoa.
So today we're just on the defensive side, although we will discuss amongst ourselves. So if you want to give us your offensive players as well, that's fine. But who are the core 5 defensive players if you're going to, keep and say, all right, we can get rid of everybody else. These are the 5 we're going to build around starting in 2025. And obviously you're going to sign more free agents and draft more players and all that. But who are the guys you most feel need to be protected and kept on this roster? You can hit us up today at 641-1010 on the Garber Automall phone line. Same number for the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. You can get in the YouTube virtual studio chat there or on social media at MD_1010XL, at 1010XL Fat Tony, at ESPN Duraco, and at 1010XL Denmark.
Ain't no laws when you're drinking claws, baby.
Even if you can't remember what flavor you like, there are no laws. You don't need to know what flavor you like. Just put it in my hand.
Grab and go.
And just as long as it's not the black cherry, right? We learned blackberry. Okay. Oh, okay.
The purple kind.
The purple kind.
Yeah.
The blackberry purple kind. Okay. We don't want that, but we want like D-Rock said, you seem like a mango kind of guy. All right. So we're off and rolling. We got the breakfast bowl today. By the way, thank you, Dylan Denmark, for your second loss of the season. So now Tony's lost twice. I've lost twice. Dylan has lost twice. Let's see, out of 11 weeks, what does that leave left over?
11.
D-Rock's lost 5 times. What?
Yeah, it's not been good, but I have not lost the last 2 weeks, and it makes it so much easier to walk in this building.
I saw you coming in without bags of food in your hand. I'm like, who is this person?
You're like, where's breakfast?
Where is
Not my
food?
week, pal. Not my week.
So what we're doing, because we're all off for Thanksgiving, obviously, next week, we'll do maybe the phone-in breakfast bowl on Wednesday next week. But since you won't be here, no one's going to be buying breakfast, we're going to make it a 2-week cumulative deal.
Okay.
So this week and next week, whoever has the low score combined. But if you win one of the weeks, even if you end up with the low score, you don't have to buy, right? So that's like a get-out-of-jail-free card if you have the high score this week or next week. So there you have it.
So 2 could win immunity.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly right. 2 could win immunity. If whoever wins this week is immune for buying breakfast the next cycle. So there's that. All right. So that's coming up. We'd love to entertain your calls, thoughts, questions, musings, what have you on Jaguars football, as I'm off tomorrow. So this is like Friday for me. So
nice.
Let's get to it with Mike Duraco in studio. This is Jaguars Today on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today. You're at the home of the Jaguars in the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Playoff teams limit their weaknesses. Offense, defense, and special teams all contribute.
All 3 phases come into play.
Listen for the Crown Royal Special Teams Player of the Game.
Sometimes special teams can be fun.
On 1010XL.
Are you tired of having a plain and boring backyard?
Really want to impress your family and friends this year? Then stop by Stone Core on Phillips Highway. Imagine hosting guests at your new outdoor kitchen, relaxing by your custom-built fireplace under a brand new pergola. Stone Core can also remodel your old pool deck and beautiful new pavers. Make your backyard wishes a reality. Visit Stone Core on Phillips Highway and let's get started at stonecore.co. We do outdoors better.
At Honda, we appreciate all the comparisons to other vehicles. And no matter how many times they compare their vehicles to a Honda, only a Honda is a Honda. Remember, value, quality, safety, there is no substitute. Visit your local Honda dealer now and experience the difference.
If you're looking for the best in indoor air quality, I've got the experts to call. Florida Home AC, the official AC provider of the Jaguars, specializing in the best air quality for your home or work with the Remy Halo. Instead of waiting for pollutants to travel through the ductwork to be neutralized, the Halo cell releases friendly oxidizers every time your fan blows air, helping those in your home that suffer from allergies and other respiratory issues. Call 777-4300 for Florida Home AC and start enjoying cool comfort and clean air.
You're locked into Jaguars Today Thursday with Cannons of Jacksonville.
Barley and Pie Brewing Company is Fleming Island's first and only craft brewery, founded by the co-founder and brewmaster of Wicked Barley. Barley and Pie serves up local brews made right in your backyard. Hungry? Dive into their sourdough Neapolitan pizza, made fresh in-house every day. Find your new go-to spot in Fleming Island at Barley and Pie Brewing Company.
Start your Saturday with a whiff of the great outdoors.
Captain Kevin Favor here with Captain Kirk and Jeff Lagerman, and we bring you the fresh air of the great outdoors.
On the Nimnit Outdoors Show, presented by Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning on 1010XL.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyouBlow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
If you know about artificial turf, you know it needs to be done right. Lauren Brooks here from my friends at Sunshine Turf, a family-owned company that will transform your outdoor space into the oasis of your dreams. A putting green, a pet run, a maintenance-free yard. Trust me, the team at Sunshine Turf are the experts you need to transform your lawn. With the highest quality products and budget-friendly pricing, get clean, low-maintenance synthetic grass by visiting sunshineturf.info or call 904-383-0243 to get a free quote today from Sunshine Turf.
What's changed totally inside and out? The Kuhn Flowers massive storefront, and yes, they've totally remodeled the showroom inside too. This is Frank Frangie, and the next time you drive by, stop and smell the roses at Kuhn Flowers.
I'm Clayton Bromberg, the president of Underwoods. One of the biggest changes we've seen in fine jewelry over the last 25 years has been the growth of jewelry designers. At Underwoods, we're the leader, bringing to North Florida the best names in designer jewelry. In fact, we carry designer lines in a similar way to how clothing stores carry designer labels. The difference is that jewelry designers have to be a little more timeless in their presentations because nobody wants to buy a fine piece of jewelry only to find out the next year it's gone out of style. That's why you'll find at Underwoods the best of the jewelry designer names, those that are tried and true and popular. Names like David Yerman, Roberto Coin, John Hardy, Marco Bichigo, Jude Francis, Lagos, Hippolyta, and a lot more are all available right now at Underwoods. So if you want the best looks in designer jewelry, stop by Underwoods. San Marco, Avondale, or the shops of Ponte Vedra.
It's a game 80 years in the making. Join us for Thursday Night Football as we celebrate the 80th birthday of the Tax Slayer Gator Bowl game. The SEC and ACC face off January 2nd at 7:30 on Bill Gay grounds at Everbank Stadium. Don't miss college football pageantry on display as we celebrate our 80th anniversary. Tickets and hospitality packages are on sale now at TaxSlayerGatorBowl.com. Get yours today.
What is the world's largest freshwater lake? The answer next.
How long has it been since you compared homeowners' insurance rates? Log on to southernoak.com to get an instant quote or find an agent near you.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
Lake Superior has enough water to cover North and South America combined. It is the world's largest freshwater lake.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
Electricians, innovators, and tech enthusiasts, listen up. Miller Electric is shaping the future, and we want you to be a part of it. From healthcare and data centers, corporate offices, aviation, and industrial facilities, Miller Electric is powering the most exciting projects in Jacksonville and beyond. We offer not just a job, but a thrilling career with great pay and incredible benefits. Visit us at millercareers.com to apply. Miller Electric, where your skills meet our vision, and equal opportunity employer.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Mike DeRocco is powered by Lickety Split AC, Plumbing and Electric on 1010XL.
All right, D-Rock's here. He's going over some classic 80s tunes.
Misusing the term classic here.
With Dylan. Well, he goes, who's that Claudia one? That one?
Starts with an L.
The last name starts with an L. I'm like, oh, yeah, Claudia Lane? I don't know who you're talking about. No, he goes, it was the Lauper, right? Oh, Cindy
Lauper?
Yeah, Cindy Lauper. Yeah, that
Close
one.
friend of mine.
Yeah, close friend of his.
We're pretty tight growing up.
Dylan claims to have known the name Ricky Waters. I'm suspicious, though.
I knew Ricky Waters because C.J. Stroud had no idea who he was.
Oh,
in a podcast
that's why you knew
summer.
it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
I wouldn't expect C.J. Stroud to know Ricky Waters. Would you? Most of these guys, the guys coming in the league now, they're not like league historians or whatever.
Right,
and they know the video games.
When was C.J. Stroud born? Like 2001 or something, right?
Yeah.
Like, probably, right?
2001.
So that's kind of when Ricky Waters played, right? So I was born in 68. I wouldn't have known all the guys who were.
Yeah, I got Telvin Smith stuck in my head forever when he was asked about, the teams and players that he was a fan of. And he was like, I didn't watch football till I played football. Right. And I was like, I wonder how many of the guys are like that.
Yeah.
That they're really good at this. So they found a path forward.
And they went outdoors.
Right. Like that kind of thing. And they're not really fans before they're players of any sort. I think a bunch of players still were fans when they were kids, and that's when they fell in love with football. But I think there's plenty of guys that are playing NFL football that are like, no, I became a player. And I was like, this is my way out.
I think Trevor, if I remember correctly, Trevor Lawrence said something that he wasn't like a huge Falcons fan growing up right outside of Atlanta. Didn't really watch the NFL that much.
I modeled my game after Steve Bartkowski.
Yeah.
Or Chris Chandler. No, that's even too old for.
Yeah, what? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Matt Shaw?
I know you don't.
Maybe Matt Shaw?
Maybe Matt Shaw.
Matt Shaw would be the starting point.
Mike Vick. That's who it would be.
I remember Mike Vick
because they look exactly alike.
Well, I'm just saying, but that would be an Atlanta Falcons.
I remember when he got arrested.
Trevor Lawrence.
I really don't remember him before he got arrested, like him playing.
Really?
Yeah, I remember watching it, but I don't remember like
he was a marvel, bro.
Yeah. All right, we got to move on from
Matt Schaub led the league in passing.
The 12-year-old in there. I mean,
Matt Schaub led the league in passing one year when Peyton was still at the height of his powers. That's why I remember the name Matt Schaub as much as anything.
4,600, whatever. Back before guys were routinely pushing 5,000 yards, but he had one of those kind of seasons. I love the Mike Vick. I've probably told this story. I read it. I didn't, I don't know it firsthand, but when he was a kid, he lived, I guess, some kind of apartment complex or housing complex. I don't know, right? It was a building, like multi-story building. And one day he's out there playing with the neighborhood kids or whatever, and his mom's at work, and he's throwing the ball over a tennis ball. He's throwing the ball over the roof. They're throwing it up, they're bouncing it off, and it's come back. He's throwing it over the building, right? And so the mom comes home, and the guy's on the stoop, and he goes, hey, man, I just want to tell you, Mrs. Vick, your son's got a heck of a right arm. He's left-handed.
Yeah.
He was doing it with his right arm.
Yeah.
Like, that's how ridiculous of an athlete.
It's impressive.
That he is, So, I don't know why it would never dawn on me to throw with my off arm.
No.
Maybe he was just that kind of ambidextrous. I don't know.
Have you ever tried to brush your teeth with your offhand?
I'm going to try that tomorrow.
It's supposed to be great for your mental cognition or whatever.
Is that right?
Yeah, apparent. But I'm
starting to worry about you.
It is the most awkward thing in the world. Like, try it.
This is several times this morning. I've heard him talk about habits that he's trying to develop for his mental cognition.
Yes. I'm trying to stay on top of
Stay
myself.
sharp.
Yes, I'm trying to make sure that I don't go.
You have good genes, though, man. You know, your dad
lived in '94. Yeah.
Last week he was talking about dementia and the starting of it. So
yeah,
this checks out.
Runs in the family.
My dad didn't make it to the big 6-0, so you know, enjoy your time.
You know,
homie.
Pockets. It's because I can't find my damn keys like literally 3 or 4 times a week.
Write down your phone.
No, they're generally in different spots too. So I have like a where I go start to look for my keys, and I just follow like the same path.
You don't just like when you come home, you don't put your keys in the same. Obviously not.
Well, most of the time, yes, but 2 or 3 times a week, no.
Gotcha. All right, let's go to the phones and see what's on your mind, Jaguar Nation 641-1010. This really feels like a Friday show with Tom McManus, doesn't it?
It does. Is that good or bad? I don't know.
It's different. It's just different, you know, and that's fine. It's all good as far as I'm concerned. It's the bye week, man. This team stinks. I don't have to necessarily wallow in it every second of the day. You know,
Correct. We
know what it is. That's where we're at. Let's go to Brian in Atlantic Beach at 641-1010 on the Garber Auto Mall phone lines. Brian, what's up this morning?
I just wanted to ask, if you had to keep one person on the Jaguar staff,
oh no,
would you just clean house, or would you keep who would you rather keep if you had one person?
Are you saying between Trent Baalke and Doug Peterson?
Or between all of them, the defensive coordinator,
Press Taylor,
Doug Peterson, or Baalke.
Okay. If that were the case, I'd probably keep Doug.
Yeah.
Yeah. If that were the case, who would you keep, Brian?
No one, apparently.
It's a tough one. He's Stumper. I mean, I'm not keeping Trent Baalke, letting him hire another coach.
No.
Right? I mean, it's a bad. I don't want to have it staggered either, right? Like, because if you bring back Doug Peterson and you have another bad year, then it's like, well, the new GM gets a whole reset, right? Well, I didn't hire that coach. You forced him on me. And I think it shrinks your pool of candidates too, Tony.
Yeah, thinking through it, I'm like, maybe if you hired a coach that wants to be the play caller too and Press isn't in charge of that anymore, maybe that's the direction I would go, but that's, having to fill in a lot of blanks on the way to get there, right? If you're just talking about directly replacing one of them or two of them and the other one staying, I agree. I think Doug would be the way that I would go. But under the condition that I'm not hiring an offensive coach that wants to be the play caller too, and now Press can go sit in the booth and coach from there. He'll let you know what the formation is.
I mean, we do talk, you and I, Tone, not D-Rock, because D-Rock's more level-headed than we are. Like, I do expect there to be turnover. And I understand what you're saying, D-Rock. You can't count on it. You don't know. I don't know that it's going to happen. I just find it hard to believe that you're going to have a catastrophe of a season and you set, particularly this last game, no matter how bad it's been, if you really think this roster is this good, then you must think this coaching is abysmal, or you think you got sold a bill of goods on the quality of the roster. Either way, Shad Khan's got plenty of reason to be pretty ticked off with the guys in his direct employ. So I think it's going to, I do think there are going to be changes, but I can't guarantee that. You were talking before the show. You said, in your opinion, non-zero chance that bring them all back for 2025.
I wouldn't. I would not be surprised. And people look at me. I just refuse to be surprised by anything this franchise does. And now, I will not be surprised. I might go, wasn't expecting that, but I'm not going to sit there and go, whoa, that surprised me. I'm invested in it from the standpoint of it's my job and I want to do a great job. And, I'm around all these people all the time. So, I like covering this team. I love
right. You want them to have success, right? I understand. You're not a fan. Win
or lose, I don't care.
You're independent.
Told you, it's better for me if the team's good, without question. But I don't. After just watching it since 2013, I just can't be surprised by anything that happens.
Understood. Why don't we do this? Let's come back. let's kick around today's question of the day a little bit and the mirror image of it, the offensive side as well, looking at core players. What do you have to be excited about? I think it was easy for me to come up with 5. I don't know if it would have been easy for me to come up with 8, for instance. So maybe we'll go a little bit deeper amongst ourselves. But today's Chad and Sandy Real Estate question of the day asks you if you could keep 5 players from the Jacksonville Jaguars defense currently to build around for the future, which 5 would you choose? There are no wrong answers unless you name the wrong people. I'm kidding.
There are some wrong answers, without question.
There definitely would be some wrong answers, but you are certainly entitled and encouraged to share your opinions with us because I want to see some of the outliers, right? Like we go 5 because I feel like 2 or 3 are pretty obvious, but maybe they're not for everybody. So share your thoughts with us on social media or on the Garber Auto Mall phone lines or the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures at 641-1010. With Mike DeRocco, you're listening to Jaguars Today on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today. From the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios of 1010XL.
If you suffer from constant burning, tingling, or numbness in your hands or feet, it could be a serious condition called neuropathy. I'm Dr. Nathan Riddle, DC with Riddle Wellness in Ponte Vedra. Neuropathy is treatable, and we have seen great results by using state-of-the-art, non-invasive therapies to target damaged nerves, reduce symptoms, and improve nerve function. Call 904-395-5598 to schedule your free consultation today and learn how you can live pain-free. Call 904-395-5598.
Hey, gang, Prosser here to save you some cash. Maximize your home sale now with the market experts who deliver more money in less time, and those experts are Chad and Sandy Newman. Maybe you're worried about costly repairs or upgrades needed to sell your home. You don't have to worry. The worries are relieved with Chad and Sandy, the local real estate experts we are trusting and recommending with the sale of your home. Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. Mortgage rates are down. It's time to create your market. Marvin in Cobblestone writes, my siblings and I moved our parents to Maryland so they can get some extra help as they get older. Next, we had to sell the home to get them some financial help for their extra care. We hired Chad and Sandy, and they delivered big. Chad and Sandy's team got our home sold in 7 days above asking price. You can too. Call Chad and Sandy today, 904-414-6200, or go to chadandsandy.com. That's Chad, ANDSANDY.com.
Jaguars Today Thursday is hitched to Cannons of Jacksonville for all your towing needs.
These are interesting economic times. That's why it's so important to have someone you can count on. That's ITP Partners. Jacksonville folks taking care of our Jacksonville money. Experience? You best believe you want to give your hard-earned money to folks you trust. Jeff Hartman, Chris Bryan, Dan Abel, Reed Wingate, Scott Regner, Janice Cobb, and Reagan Wright have the expertise and knowledge to help clients in their financial lives, focusing on investment management, financial planning, and risk management. ITP Partners, financial partners for life. Securities offered through American Portfolios Financial Services Inc. Member FINRA SIPC.
It's Thanksgiving week, and Monahan Jewelers has the best deals in town with up to 40% off the entire store. Thousands of beautiful pieces are all on sale with fantastic prices on our entire inventory, including up to 30% off on GIA certified diamonds. We're your local family jeweler, so come visit us today and on Small Business Saturday for up to 40% off on diamond studs, engagement rings, colored gemstones, our designer brands, custom design, everything. The name you can trust in fine jewelry, Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
Dan Hicken and Jeff Prosser start the week by giving the ball to the best back in Duval.
And off, Fred Taylor.
Monday morning running back with Fred Taylor is fueled by Epstein and Robbins DUI Defense Firm and Monahan Jewelers on 1010XL.
Joe C. for Blossman Gas. They've been providing hometown service in the comforts of propane to home and businesses since 1951. Imagine movie night spent around glowing gas fireplace logs, cookouts in the backyard with your propane grill, or laundry done faster with your gas dryer. Blossman has a wide variety of gas appliances to fit your needs. Propane delivery, gas appliances, and a full-service team. Blossman Gas is your local company for everything propane. Blossman Gas, log on, blossmangas.com, and check out the Blossman difference.
The holidays are just around the corner, and so is your entire family.
Babe, the toilet's growling at me again.
Uh-oh, the kitchen sink just turned into Old Faithful. Ah, there's no hot water!
Don't let plumbing chaos steal your holiday cheer. Call Duck Duck Rooter today to fix those issues before Aunt Linda blames you for ruining Christmas dinner. Duck Duck Rooter, your local plumbing pros. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. DuckDuckRooter.com.
Hey Jacksonville, it's Lauren Brooks for Big Chief Tire. Right now, Big Chief is offering 6-month financing with their CFNA card, plus $50 off your first purchase. With no interest for 6 months, it's the perfect time to take care of your vehicle's needs, whether that's new tires, brakes, or other services. Their skilled technicians are here to help get you back on the road safely and affordably. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 to apply and take advantage of this great deal. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
If you're looking for custom metalwork, look no further than Superior Fence and Rail. Whether it's custom railing, shade structures, or custom entry gates, their expert team controls the turnkey process. From CAD design and raw metal to powder-coated finish and expert installation. When you choose Superior Fence and Rail for your custom metal project, you get a project that's, well, superior. So get off the fence and call Superior Fence and Rail today.
Rick Ballou for Carlson Dental. You know, I've been telling you this for quite some time because it's true. I hate going to the dentist, or at least I used to hate going to the dentist. I had total anxiety, and then I tried sedation, light sedation for cleaning and deep sedation as well for cavities and root canals. Folks, it's an incredible experience. So don't be nervous. Don't be scared. Go to CarlsonDentalGroup.com. That's CarlsonDentalGroup.com for all of your dental needs.
Introducing Gatorade Water. Alkaline and electrolyte infused for great taste. Gatorade Water, always in motion.
Find it at your local Winn-Dixie for the athletes who give everything. Nothing beats Gatorade, the studied, tested, and proven fuel of the world's greatest athletes. Gatorade Water, proudly supporting high school sports on the First Coast.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Albert Breer of Sports Illustrated on the relationship between Jaguars head coach Doug Peterson and general manager Trent Baalke.
Been out there for over a year now that, Baalke wanted to force changes after last year. They did make some changes. There were changes on the offensive staff that Baalke was trying to push that Peterson resisted against, and it's just made for not great feel in that building, not great culture in that building. And I think you're seeing that in the way they're going through the motions now on the field. So that organization needs blown up.
Albert Breer from Sports Illustrated on Doug Peterson and Trent Baalke. I'm Andrew Gibson with your Jacksonville Orthopedic